Hey, so I wanted to share something that I made for myself, and if it's helpful for you, you can use it. What I did was I pretty much made the running records, the recording sheet that the teacher would usually use, digital, and I added them all onto Google Sheets. So if you look at the bottom of the Google Sheet, the levels from L to Z are there, and I put the version 1 that we use during the year and the version 2 that's the end of year running record. I put a space for name, date, class, teacher, if they passed or not, the words per minute, accuracy. I included the words that the students read, a space for the retell and the comprehension questions. I also marked off, or I tried to remember to mark off, where the 100th word is. That way, when you count the words per minute, you know where the 100th word is. And how I would use this is I would start off by clicking File, Make a Copy, and then I would rename this copy with the student that I'm assessing. So if this is Hazel's running record and right now she's in 4-1, I'll put that. You can also do first and last name. That's up to you. You can choose what folder it goes to. That's up to you. And now when I do that, it's going to make a brand new copy of the entire thing and all of the parts that were included on the original are also getting copied. Once it finishes loading and copying, this will be a brand new set only for Hazel, and any changes that I make on here will not happen on the original set. So now, when I'm ready to assess my student, what I'll do is I will make this window a little bit smaller. And because now I can't see everything, what I'll do is I'll zoom out so that I can see the entire text or most of it. And then I'll open the student copy, which is linked right here. Once my student copy opens, I'm going to actually drag it out into a new window so that I can see both at the same time. So I'm going to just click on this and drag it over here so that when I open my Google Meet and I want to share my screen with my student, I'm going to share just this student copy. And that way I can be working along on here as they're reading from here. So as a student reads, one morning Dusty and I were getting ready for school. If instead of school, if they're reading the words correctly, I can put a check. If they make a mistake, like instead of school, they say sky, I'm not going to put a check. Underneath, I'm just going to type the word that they said. And then I'll do the entire running record. And something that I'm planning to do is when I'm finished assessing a student, when I know their current level, I'm planning to show that down here. So down here are all the levels. If you notice right now, I can only see up to level M. To see the others, I'm going to scroll to the right and the other levels are there. So let's say I'm finished assessing Hazel and she's on level Z. What I'll do is I'm going to click on that arrow that's next to level Z1. And I'm going to change the color of it. So if that's her current color, I'm just going to change it to something that will help me remember what Hazel's up to. So now that little tab is green. That way, when I'm looking at it and I just need to quickly see where I left off, I can see that I left off right there on the green one. And I think that'll be helpful for when you're doing like parent-teacher conferences, or when a student transfers from your class to another teacher's class, the other teacher can just look down to see where you left off. If you wanted to, you could also rename that tab with something else, like October 2020, December 2020, February 2021, or whatever you think might be helpful. If a student does not pass a level and you need to do the same level again, for example, let's say you did Hazel's running record on level W and it was a no. She did not pass that level and you want to try it again in 6 weeks. You can click the little arrow here and click duplicate, and it will make a new copy of just that tab. So see, there's W1, there's W1. There's another copy of the exact same tab. And I hope that's helpful. I don't have it for levels A through K. If anyone wants to do them, I can show you how to do it. Now that it's all like formatted and set up, it really only took a few minutes to do each one. So I hope that's helpful. And let me know if you have any questions.